Hello. This week's episode is a short drink from a certain fountain, and it is, of course, referring to the Fountain of Youth. So here we have Harmon, who is married to a woman 40 years his junior, according to the story. And Patrick O'Neill, who plays Harmon, has old man makeup on. He was 36 when they shot this, and they put makeup on him so that he would look 60, 65. And it's a nice makeup. I like it. It is so good that there's a commentary for this episode, for reasons that I'll get into later, where Patrick O'Neill actually talks about it, and he says, and this was made in 1984, and he says, that old age makeup was very, very accurate because he'd actually gotten to live to that stage where he would see how he would look. So it's a really good makeup. I really like it. It's well enough. This story was involved in a lawsuit where there was a writer who sued, saying that they had made a story before, so it was delayed along with some other episodes, and it weren't released for syndication. And it came out a lot later, in 1984, actually, along with Miniature, the one with the dollhouse. And therefore, Patrick O'Neill could speak to the actual aging effects. But it got released finally. I don't know how that lawsuit ended, but I mean, there's lots of stories about people who drink from the Fountain of Youth. So, Harmon's brother, Dr. Gordon, he was originally just a physician, but he was changed into a research scientist because it was a bit iffy for him to do human experiments on his brother. Otherwise, Serling sort of changed the story. Hi, Kat. How are you? So they made an alteration. They walk out into the balcony, and we see not so much, but there is a shot of a lovely painted city skyline. And then they reverse the shot, so you look into the apartment instead, so you look at the set rather than out into the city. Otherwise, you'd spoil the illusion a bit. Also on the balcony, you can see the makeup flaking a bit. I'm not sure if you can catch it, but it's on the lip here. You can see how it's starting to flake off. So it's, that happens. So he gets the shot, and his brother tells him that the first effects will be visible in 6 hours. And that's a bit weird because they have done experiments on hamsters and white mice and things who have a very different body mass and a very different metabolism compared to a human. How would they know how fast it would act on a human? I think that's a bit weird. And Harmon walks out of his bedroom, and both his brother and his wife sees the back of his head. Wouldn't they immediately note that something was weird? Like, not just his gait and the way he carries himself, because that also changed, but the color of his hair has changed. Wouldn't they just immediately go, do a double take? They don't seem to do anything until he turns around. There is a very clumsy block shot here as well. I was surprised at seeing how clumsy that is. It's when Harmon sort of stumbles into the bedroom, and the doctor and the wife sort of argue. It's an over the shoulder shot, and it's not how you normally see these in the Twilight Zone. They usually did better work. And then, of course, he keeps getting younger. It's very sort of, what was he called? Jeremy Button or something? But not that. And he's in the bed, and he's wearing the shirt, which is now comically oversized, of course. But the young Harmon also has socks and shoes. Now, it's an oversight, and they fix it in the next shot when they pull a cover over his feet. But still, it's not perfect. I still like this episode. It's one of those very small pieces, only 4 actors in it, no great special effects other than the makeup, and just sort of works Twilight Zone magic. It's a very lovely twist, of course. Next week, more veteran actor in 90 Years Without Slumber, and I will see you then. Take care now.